All right, what's up? It's Wednesday, leg day, and we're gonna go through the markets to see what's up. Looks like I'm shadow banned on Twitter right now, so if you're watching me, probably not getting a lot of. If you're following me, we're probably not seeing my posts, but hopefully that gets figured out soon. Gotta love Twitter. So looking at the morning macro, let's go through SignalDeck and look at what the market looks like here. So yesterday closed at a risk off. Pre-market seems to be risk on, so it's kind of flipping a little bit. Semis are continuing the downtrend. Really the only flips that we're seeing is really XLK. That's about it. Yesterday we had high volume on XLF, XLP, XLRE, and XOP had some volume, but that was on the downside. So if you look at the kind of my analysis here, the oil's 3-day collapse back to the pre-war price narrative seems to be kind of hitting reality here. Overnight, Iran fired ballistic missiles at U.S. forces. WTI is up 4%. Brent's back to $89, close from the 85 low from Monday. So it looks like the pause was never the deal here. The premium's kind of rebidding. And if you look back at XLE's catching bids this morning. We're looking to add. We have a core position we're looking to add on some pullbacks possibly, but if you followed the live stream long enough, you would have saw that we had a position, made some money in that, and then we got out of our current position. We have a core position open still, but yeah. So we have let's look at the calendar here. We have the 2 p.m. rate decision, and then the BOJ update at 11 p.m. So in Japan. So we're not going to be doing much currency pair stuff today, and I don't know what it's going to look like on the common stock, but yeah, we have that coming out. So everyone's just going to be kind of waiting around on that. Euro USD looks to be stuck in a tight range. Everyone's just waiting around for the FOMC stuff. Floating around at that 113 level that was traced a long time ago. We're just kind of further marked down, which it's not really surprising. And then USDJPY. So we're having some further consolidation here. Volume seems to be pretty steady. We're just going to watch and see. The 4 hour seems to be caught right between the safe haven yen flows from Middle East and then just a sleepy DXY. So watching that guy. We have the pound grinding. We have further consolidation there. And the bulls are clearly trying to establish a firm base ahead of tomorrow's BOE meeting. So we'll see if there's any volatility there to take on. We're going to be shorting Australian dollar. It's looking heavy. Crystal clear data divergence. I love that. As soft Aussie CPI forces the RBA into a prolonged hold. So we're going to initiate a short on that guy. And then we've been watching this is interesting. What is it? USD to try to get this original one up. Okay, so the Norwegian krone drastically underperforming. 4 hour charts be upward momentum. We posted that. What was it? Yesterday? Jeez, feels like it was a long time. So an update on that. The 4 hour seems to be kind of consolidating here. And we'll see where that goes. And I think that's about it. Let's go and look at our positions. We had some new positions filled yesterday. So we'll see what's going on with that. Let me have a notebook going here. All right, so we had SBRA, and if you follow me on Twitter, this is a really interesting one. So we've been watching this, but this is a very interesting chart. So let's look at that. Huge harmonic price on 21st. I don't know what news is around there. I don't really care because I only look at volume and price. We had a little high and tight. I put a buy order on that. So yesterday we got filled on this buy order above this range. It got filled, slammed back down. But if you look at the volume, it was less than average volume, almost 1x there, or whatever. What is that? Like 75% of the total volume. So I'm looking at that as a fake out there. And then if you look at the aftermarket, it was up 22.68, and it closed way down below. So it was up almost 2% aftermarket. I see this as extremely bullish. We have a position on at 22.63. There's no pre-market trades as I can tell. So it's an interesting fill. We're going to definitely keep a stop, watch it, see what happens. Okay, SCRT in yesterday's live stream. I thought I got into this. I didn't remember, so this is a very interesting gap fill. We've taken over the March high. We tested that in July, tested that again in July, and then we had a very high volume July 24th breakout. So we got filled above that second test. I believe it was a 15-minute. And we got filled, price went down, that's fine. Then yesterday we had a higher volume up thrust, and then pre-market's pretty flat. So we're going to hopefully ride this up to $9.99, just a penny shy of the $10 level. IDT, very nice, higher volume. Definitely buyers coming in on that. We're getting closer to our price target. Okay, yeah. See, I start looking at the chart from here, and I'm like, oh, this has tons of room to go up. And then when I look at the historical levels, we're going to run into resistance from the July 2025 level. I don't want to hang around for that. I'd rather just get my cash and get out. So sun of strength, bullish, bottom black candle. Watching PT today, price target. And then TRV. We were hoping this was going to hit price target yesterday. It came pretty close. Kind of moderate volume there through the whole range. So I'm hoping again today this hits price target. Oops. And then I don't know why pre-market's not showing, but pre-market's basically flat. So what is it? Average volume from the range. From this Okay, XLF is fine, boxscanner is fine. Okay, so we have a gap fill, uptrend, bottom on Microsoft. So it's technically forming higher highs, higher lows, higher volume indecisive candle, pre-market flat. We're going to move this just a touch up. Okay. All right, and then that's it. Let's look at runs, see what signals we have for this morning. Pull flag breakout. That's beautiful. Wow. Dang, that's nice. And crazy high volume as well. So it's running up to 14. It's not really worth. Whoa. Relatively new. Yeah, that's interesting. That's a good one. Man, MAN. Ooh, that's another really nice looking high pull flag breakout, manpower there. I put these are looking like really good setups. Let's see. And that could go up to 75. So let's look at that. Broke through the range there. Just basically this level. So I guess they had good earnings or something. So earnings has reset that. And now we're retesting that. Yeah, that's really nice. So we're going to put that on the buy there. And then HAS. That's a good one too. Wow. Going right into that zone. Might see a pullback and test it again. These are really good. That's the benefit of SignalDeck. If you're an elite member, you have access to these signals, and our family office continues to create strategies. You will have the ability to create your own strategy and put it in to the forward tester. So every morning, the signal will pop off. You'll see it. You don't have to worry about forward testing your strategies. All of these strategies are forward tested, but if I see something I like that makes sense to me, I'll get into it. So, this is the only platform that has forward testing with strategies that you can build. It's pretty awesome. Power trend. Bank of California. Very high volume up hammer there. It's a good continuation. And we're past that. So what's the next line? Yeah. It's just kind of chopping around these levels. I'm just going to kind of leave that. Okay, sector rotation, XLE still showing. A lot of these VSA strategies just really didn't work out in the forward testing, but they look great back testing, which is pretty interesting. Whoa. USA Today, look at that. That is crazy. Wow. How is that even possible? Yeah, we're going to see if we can get an order of strength on that. That's pretty interesting. Okay, got a lot of good stuff. We buy into strength, so if the order doesn't fill, it is what it is. Let's see, leadership, crazy amount. CVS showing up. Target. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Let's go through the box scanner, see what's going on. Get those synced up. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know why I got banned on Twitter. I've been posting a lot of comments on Twitter lately, but for some reason, Twitter does not like me. Even though I give them money every month, they still don't like me. Okay, this is interesting. Let's go into, let's see, trades. I'm going to need to be watching IDT and TRV today. I'm hoping TRV hits the signal to exit. That would be pretty nice. Let's just wait for this real quick and then we'll go through and see if there's anything. If you look at the watch list, we had a buy orders pop off on AGCO, which actually that should have filled yesterday. That's weird. Let me check something real quick. Because that should have filled. That looks like a fantastic setup too. I thought I put the buy order in. I could have overlooked it. Let's see. It's a bummer. Yeah, I don't have it anywhere. I'm looking at another screen. I don't know what happened with that. Very strange. I gotta check into that. Because that would have been a good one. Maybe I just forgot to do it. So we'll be watching that. Let's go through the setups real quick. Okay, so nothing new on that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go through and see what happened with my AGCO order because that really should have went off. So I either forgot to do it. It's an AGCO. Yeah, that's crazy. So I might get into that depending on where it goes. Gotta check into that. And we have TRV watching this morning. Hopefully we're getting our price target on that. And then IDT, that thing's just going great. Got about another $1 or so to hit our price target on that. And then we're looking at today for consolidator. man for a bull flag breakout, possibly, depending on the 15-minute. And I think that's, I have to look at the bull flag stuff again. Bull flag breakout, we had that in HAS. It's going to hit that consolidating area. I don't want to be in that. And then this is just too close to make any money. It's going to hit that and come back. This would be a good one to watch past that, though, for sure, because then you could go up to 19. So we're going to add that. BBS. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, that's where we're at this morning. We'll see what happens at the 2 p.m. FMOC thing. We'll see what volatility enters. We'll go from there.